What's going on there is the buckets are being warmed by the fire and the smoke won't fall into them. But it's kind of interesting how little horizontal movement there actually is, resulting from the fan going its hardest. As it is. As you can see, and there we see the thermocline, where the cool air is being drawn back to the fire, and it's actually being sucked by the low pressure zone. There you are. Now you can see a gust from the fan coming through the smoke. this fan does not produce a coherent stream of air so much as an expanding torus. If there was not that cylindrical flue there, it would at least be a steady state expanding torus. But this one gets fed by air that's alternating which side of the disc it goes in. You've either got stalled turbulence going in there, or you've got more or less streamlined laminar flow. And now the smoke show is over. Just about, more or less. But yeah, because air is a fluid and air does what air wants to do, the best you can say about this thing is that it does indeed mix the air in the room. What it doesn't do is grab a hold of a disc of air and use a helical pitch to accelerate that disc smoothly, coherently, in a column which stays together as it moves across the room, or downstream, so to speak. So whereas this undeniably shifts air, by the time the air's come about a metre away, it's no longer any kind of a coherent stream. It's just a chaotic mingling of the air currents. And your model aeroplane won't fly into wind because there's no coherent steady wind to fly into. Unlike what happens when you have a look at a video I posted 2 months ago, where I compared the airflow generated by this with the airflow generated by that, which has flat blades, the airflow generated by that, which has slightly curved, otherwise flat, untwisted blades. This one, that one, exactly the same manner as does that one, failed to get the model aeroplane to fly into the steady wind which it could not produce. This one, at slow speed, produced a coherent stream of air that gradually expanded, and at slow fan speed it rose straight up to the ceiling. Sometimes it would tickle the ceiling up about here, having gone on that path, and the faster it went, the more horizontality it would get, until it would be blowing the smoke straight across here, and the aeroplane wouldn't be getting much in the way of wind. Because this would be about 92% efficient at achieving 59% efficiency of turning the shaft torque into moving air column. This gets pretty close, you know, like within 10% of the Betz limit, and the Betz limit is 59.63%. And as a friend of mine pointed out, unless you've got a closed room with a stove in which to actually conduct the smoke trail studies, you're pretty much never going to know this from your own observation, because you're probably way too busy to pay attention to any of it. And who else is going to do this with their old drink cans, aluminium tubes, and sand cast aluminium drink cans, polycarbonate bottles, aluminium tube, and sand cast aluminium. That is probably a bit of a one-off. Warbles on like the YouTube. Another miserable cold day. Ciao.